Well, hello, my darlings. Here I am, morning cuppa with Wallis. What have we got today? We've got this one with the kookaburras on it. And I love the Australian birds. Well, I love all birds, actually. Love. And, oh, scratching my eye. Sorry about that. Every time I get on here, there's something, coughing, scratching on. Maybe it's I don't know, a nervousness or something. But anyway, how are you? How are you going? How are you doing? What are you doing? What's happening in your lives? Make comments. Please make comments. Oh, I do love a cuppa. I think I've said that to you before. I love a cup of tea. Love a cup of tea. But when I'm in the US, I love a cup of coffee because you make the best coffee in the US. I love it. Love. And I really get stuck in the coffee over there. And yeah, but I can't seem to make the same coffee here at home in Oz. Anyway, get settled. I'm going to pulling out some cards this morning. These ones from Denise Lynn. I'm very fond of these Sacred Forest Oracles, and I've been using the Time Traveller ones lately, and I've got some new cards coming, which I'm really excited about. I won't tell you about those until I get them, but they're on their way from my gorgeous friend Christy in the US, who has gotten those for me and acquired those for me from the US, which I'm very excited about because they were going to cost a lot of money to ship from another area because the place in the US doesn't ship them directly to Australia. But anyway, the bottom line is they're on their way, they're coming, and it's all because of the gorgeous Christy in Minnesota. So if you're there, Christy, and you're on, thank you so much for your kindness. And she's the kindest lady. She's just gorgeous, and she's going to be doing some things for herself soon, and when that happens, we'll be announcing that for her. So if you've got things that you're doing for yourself and you'd like me to give a little shout out for those, let me know, and I'll do my best to shout them out for you. Now excuse me. So what are we up to? Okay, well, I called the title of today's session. I called it "If Not Me, Then Who?" And I didn't put the balance of the title in, which was, oh, that's right. If not now, when? If not me, who? If not now, when? I want you to write it down. I want you to dwell on it. I want you to think about what that means in your life, because it's very profound. And it happened for me many years ago, in the early years, when I went through a time then of feeling not enough, feeling insecure, feeling like I was a dumbass. I didn't know anything and I couldn't do anything. And I went along and saw this psychologist lady that I really liked. In fact, I'd met her and we'd had a conversation, and she was involved in some other things that I was involved in at the time. So I made an appointment and I went and had a chat with her. And we went through a few things, and she said to me at the time, "Can I ask you a question?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." She said, if not you, then who? And if not now, when? And it took me back a bit, really, because I sat there thinking, well, if not me, then who? So if I really wanted this, if I really wanted to do it, if I really wanted to do something, whatever it was at the time I was wanting to do, if that's true, if I wanted that, and it wasn't me to do it, this "I'm not enough" thing, then who was I nominating? Who was I asking to do it? Who was I suggesting should have it in my place? Who was going to be doing it? So I want you to ask yourself that question. If not you, who? And if you've solved that, then if not now, when? When would you be doing it? I mean, you don't have to. Nobody's making you do anything or not do anything. Pretty profound, all this, darlings, isn't it? I mean, you know, when will we put our hands up for what it is in life that we desire or want? Not need, because the universe doesn't understand need. If you're putting out for needy, it's not answering. And if you're thinking to yourself, oh, nothing ever happens, nothing ever gets answered when I ask for things, that's because you're being needy. So don't be needy. Make up your mind, you have it. Make up your mind, you have it, and how does it feel having it? I want you to dwell on that. Will you do that for me? Lots of stuff's been going on in the world, isn't it? Lots of stuff in America still, all the nonsense, all the rubbish that's going on, which I'll be reading about a little bit later in the week. But I think that today's cuppa, today's chatting, today's message dovetails into what will be going on for the rest of the week, because I think that this period of reliance on someone else, reliance on somebody else's abilities, reliance on somebody else's ideas, reliant on over there, outside of ourselves. That sort of reliance is a problem. It's a real problem. And it doesn't do us any good. It serves no purpose whatsoever, because we always fall flat on our face when we do it. Can't rely on anybody else for anything. This reliance in the US, well, there's two things. I'll talk about it a bit later in the week, but I'm observing two things that have been happening or have happened in the US. One of them is there's been a real laid back approach to what you have, what the great country of the United States has represented in the past. Yes, you've had your ups and downs like everyone. You've had your no-hopers who have stepped in and out, and you get them occasionally in every government and in everything that goes on, because that's the power play. So you'll always get the no-hopers. They want to get in on it. They want to make a meal of it. You'll always get that. But what I'm saying to you is that you, as the people of the United States, you became a bit complacent with what you had. You had a pretty good deal, you had a pretty good country. Yes, it can always be better, and yes, there's always a bit of whinging to be done about, the governments and who's not giving who and doing what. And it says, enough is never enough. And so you became complacent, though. You became complacent about the important things like democracy and freedom. Took a lot of things for granted. You didn't get off your lazy assets and vote and do something about it. And those of you that did, you felt a bit alone in it all, because there just hasn't been enough of you. There hasn't been enough of you rally to stand up for what you've got. And I think that this may have given you a bit of a shake-up. And I think those of you who haven't voted, those of you who don't vote, have said, oh, crikey, Bob, what's going on? I better I better bloody vote because my vote counts. And we all do think that, oh, it's just me. What difference would I make? But we do make a difference. What you doing, Bubbikins? Come on. And what we do make a difference, don't we? We do. So what I want to do today is I want to say to you that I suppose see it as a message of hope. I want you to think about what you can do. What you can do, if not now, when? If not you, who? I want you to think about what you can do, the sorts of things that you can do. And I want you to particularly apply that to your own lives. I want you to think about your own lives. Because like I said last week, at the end of all this, what will you have? You and your life. And what will you have done with it? What are you doing with it? And we're all in the same boat, darling. I ask myself the same questions. I do the same things for me all the time. All the time. I ask myself all the time. And I've become, picky about that. I've become picky about life. I've become picky about, who I want to associate with and who I want to be around. And, when I leave, am I sort of, brushing the frost off my shoulders, or am I leaving uplifted and feeling like it's been really fabulous? How do I feel when I leave? I don't want to walk away from situations where it's like, ooh, ooh, what am I doing? Ooh, why did I do that? Why did I, spend time with them? I don't want to do that, and I don't want you to do it either, because I think there's come a time for us to make those types of decisions. Why am I saying this? I don't know, because it's just coming. There must be something around a number of you that this all applies to. Okay, I don't want to drag this out because I don't want this to be, a long reading midweek. I want it to be just a little get together, a little bit of a chat. I want to catch up with you, and I want to say, leave comments. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what's going on. If you have something going on and you have something you're doing and you want to give a shout out, I want this to be the platform for it. I want you to feel freedom in being able to, speak out, speak up, shout out, give a shout out about, what you're doing, what's available, what you're thinking of putting in place, and allow other people. If you're putting something in place, give yourself the space and permission for other people to, share ideas with you, because you might get something. You might pick up something, and it's just a little twitch that makes a difference. It's the little thing that goes click. Pardon me. So I want you to do that. I'm asking you to do that for me, please. Okay, I want to quickly do this. These are for us. Oh, surprise. Okay. Well, what have I been talking about? Dreams, manifesting your dreams. If not you, who? If not now, when? Manifesting your dreams. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at this little fellow here. This little otter. These are the most beautiful cards. They're by Denise Lynn. If you feel drawn to them, go and purchase them. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. They're called Sacred Forest Oracle cards. I'm using them a lot lately, and her time traveler ones. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So here we are, we're talking about manifesting our dreams, and that's what we've been talking about this morning, darlings. And of course, one of my favourite things is a dragonfly. I have a little dragonfly tattoo on the back of my shoulder. Anyway, one day I'll tell the story about the dragonfly and my mum when she passed. Nice story. Okay, this is about change, and we're talking about change. Big change. Big change. Big time. We're entering a time of manifestation, creativity, new ideas. Big time new ideas. Not You know, not the new bumper and the new tyres on the motor car. We're talking about a whole facelift. We're talking about something new. You know, you whip the cover off it and ta-da, it's beautiful. Something new. Change. Flexibility. Don't you love it? I love this. This angel. She's past herself, Denise Lynn. If you happen to get hold of this, or somebody passes it on, or somebody knows you and you come across me saying these things about you, fabulous, Denise, fabulous. So, flexibility. I went looking for her email the other day. I used to correspond with her one time, but I couldn't find it. I don't know what's happened to it. So if anybody has got an email or got a contact for Denise Lynn, put it in the feed, because I sure would like to send a shout out to her about how wonderful these are and how much they've brought to my readings and helped along the way and helped a lot of people. So this is flexibility. So be flexible. And that means that, you know, just currency, you know, the current. Move, be flexible. Don't be inflexible in your life. Oh, I can't do that. I haven't done that. I've never done that. I've always done la, 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 la. Well, it might be time to always undone la, 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 right? Beautiful cards. I'm going to leave them out in front of me. I'm going off to lunch today. I've had my brother staying with me, and he's waiting in the wings. We're going off to have lunch. I'm taking him to lunch today while he's here from far north Queensland, where he lives up by the water. And he's been here, and it's lovely to spend some time with him and chat with him and have this precious time. Time's precious for us all. Have the best day. Enjoy your week. Love, love. See you on Saturday when I bring out the other video. And thank you for joining me on Morning Cuppa with Wallis. And of course, I go with you when you go. You go with me when I go. I love you all, and I wish you the best week. Don't forget to leave comments, and if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe. We need the subscribers. And if you like what you see and you're all about, you know, tuning into it all, and you'd like to buy me a coffee, you can go and click on the link on Buy Me a Coffee and donate to the channel, and it helps build it and keep it going and keep the girl going. That Clara, our lovely virtual assistant who does everything. And I'm just straightening that up because I don't want it to tear, and it just might. I might have to fix it. Have a good day, enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon, darlings. See you at the weekend. Bye for now.